practitioner. I did yoga for many, many years, and I was an active, busy, I thought, healthy person, and then suddenly in 2007, my health started to decline for unknown reasons to me, and it was sort of an insidious, gradual thing, and I ended up, seeking help from the medical profession, as I thought one does. When one needs help, you go to the doctor, they tell you what's wrong, and they treat you, but it really wasn't so simple in my case. So I spent a really long time not knowing what was wrong and getting sicker and sicker until I became so arthritic that I could hardly walk. And I was a very active, athletic person, but literally I could pick up a spoon and stir my coffee. Every joint of my body was arthritic. I was so fatigued I could hardly move. And I couldn't do my yoga. All I could do was restorative practices, laying across bolsters, and I was doing everything I could to just seek relief while I was still hoping to get a medical diagnosis. And without going into all the detail, I somehow heard about Qigong, and I was so desperate at that point that I have to say that it was really like a leap of faith. I was willing to try anything that somebody told me might help. So I happened to someone had mentioned Qigong to me, and I passed it off because I thought I already do yoga. I happened to get a newsletter in the mail from CPMC, and they listed on their calendar that there was a free intro Qigong class. So I thought, what do I have to lose? I showed up at this class, and lots of people there, and everyone was raving about Qigong. I can't say that it was miraculous, and then I still didn't understand what it was about, but I kind of took that leap of faith, and I went to see this teacher. Didn't go to his class, but I went to him for healing because people said that he was this amazing healer and there were these miraculous results. And I went to him, and again, it wasn't miraculous, but he said, you should go to the class. So I did, and I found this amazing community there of people, it was through a health center, who I know all were dealing with some form of illness, but there was so much joy, and there was so much healing. And I didn't know what she was. The teacher was Chinese and didn't speak English, but I felt something amazing. I just felt, and I went regular to this class. I would look forward to it. And I just said, I have to know what this is. And I started to read books from the library. And you mentioned Roger Yanko from the IIQTC, because he was one of my first teachers. One of the books that I found was his book. And while I was reading his book, I saw that he was leading a 5-day workshop on something called the 9 phases of cultivating and mastering Qi, and I'm going to share some of that practice with you today. And I started to learn about energy. And I just want to say, I'm going to speak really briefly about Qigong because I teach a lot of different students, and so many of us are left-brained and we want to understand everything. And the gift to me was that I was kind of impaired, and I had to let go of that left brain wanting to understand and really tune into my body and feel it, and that was the amazing gift of this practice. And after I had that, I could then complement it with that reverse order than we usually think we need to learn. So that's how I got to Qigong. And I call myself the accidental Qigong teacher because I didn't intend to become a Qigong teacher. I was seeking it out for my own healing. I realized that this was something that was incredibly beneficial and was going to complement all my other practices. So basically, let me just tell you a little bit about what Qi is and Qigong is, because I didn't know any of this when I started. So Qi is life force energy that's present in all of us and in all living things. And Gong just means to work or to cultivate. So together, the word Qigong is the practice of cultivation and cultivating and regulating the flow of energy in the body. And not just that, but also harmonizing that energy, not just within our own body, but with the energy of nature and all of the energy in the universe. So there's this big connection to something greater. And I don't know how many of you have dealt with some kind of illness or challenge, and you tend to feel very isolated in yourself, and it's so beneficial. And here we are, this unity center here, to feel a connection. And I heard all of this in just talking, to feel a connection to something greater. And Qigong is a path to that as well. So it's an ancient Chinese health practice. It dates back in some form more than 4,000 years. And these ancients discovered that by using combinations of flowing body movements integrated with breathing and mental focus, we can stimulate the flow of this energy through internal pathways in the body, and these pathways are called meridians. And the free flow of this energy through the pathways helps the body maintain or return to its natural state of health, of balance and harmony, and that is the natural state that the body wants to return to. So one way to look at the meridians, because that's a term that may not be familiar to you, there are these pathways in the body. Think of them like rivers, and the water flowing through the river, and any kind of pain or discomfort are like rocks in the river. So those rocks in the river interfere with the flow of the water. So when we practice Qigong, it helps us identify those rocks, and then it helps us gently move them along so that the energy can move freely through the body. So I just want to also mention that Qigong, in some form, was actually part of a comprehensive practice known as Yang Sheng, which is defined as translated as nourishing life, and I like to call it the original lifestyle medicine. So, and it's a foundation of Taoist practice, and it includes Qigong, which is the physical movement, the breathing, and the mind focus, good nutrition, restful sleep, meditation, stress management, social connection, and living in accord with the cycles of nature, all to help support the energy of the mind and body. So Qigong is part of this greater practice. And today, research and modern science, just so you know, it's not just this weird ancient practice. There's a wealth of information proving what the ancients seem to know intuitively, that, that our body has an amazing capacity to heal itself when you give it what it needs, and that there's no medicine actually more powerful than our inner healing capacity. So there are many styles of Qigong. You can sometimes hear Qigong being called moving meditation, meditation in motion. It's sometimes called Chinese yoga. I'm sure there's a whole list of other names. Some of them are more gentle and quiet. Some of them are a little more energetic. Tai Chi actually is a form of Qigong. It's a form of Qigong with martial applications. And it's been said that Qigong is actually the foundation of all the martial arts. So it's that energy of Qigong that's actually used in all these other applications. So I will mention a little bit about some of the benefits, and I wrote a list so I don't forget any. Let's see, I can't mention all of them, but it helps reduce stress and anxiety, increases your aerobic capacity, increases your energy and stamina, and improves flexibility, balance, and agility, enhances your sleep quality. It optimizes your immune function. It improves your circulation and digestion. It can reduce hypertension, reduce muscle and joint pain, reduce your risk of falls, and help manage chronic conditions. So we spend over $4 trillion in this country on health conditions that are largely preventable. And more than 90% of all illnesses and disease is either caused by or influenced by stress. And Qigong helps initiate the relaxation response, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest system, which is where the body needs to be in order for it to activate that healing medicine and heal itself. So I think with that being said, and maybe I'll let you ask me a few questions afterwards, I want to do a little practice with all of you. And I want to say that you can do this sitting down if you would like. I'm going to do it standing up, but you would do the same movements with your arms sitting down. And you can, if you get tired standing, you can sit. If you start sitting and think, hey, I want to stand, you can stand up. So just adjust. But if you can find a place to sit or stand where you can stretch your arms out and maybe even forward, that would be great. Okay? And just make yourself comfortable. And just feel your support of the earth, the ground beneath your feet. Notice that dense supportive energy. I'm going to call it the earth because we are standing on the earth, even though we're indoors. So you guys can move out too if you want, or switch rows. Just make yourself comfortable and feel free to move around wherever you are. So I'm just going to start. We'll call this the three treasures meditation. So there are lots of ways to look at the three treasures, and we'll just think about the earth, the energy of the earth. Solid, dense, and supportive. In many ways, it has water, it grows our food, and the energy of the heavens, or the sky, or the cosmos. So that's more of the unknown and endless possibility, and feel ourselves standing between that. So that's earth, heaven, and life in between, and we are the life in between. So we're connected to those two energies. And just take a moment. You can let your eyes close or rest them and just get a sense of your body. Notice your breath. And as you exhale, allow the energy to drain down all the way to your feet, releasing. And as you inhale, feel fresh cosmic energy rising up through the body. And exhale, releasing down. Good. Okay. And you can do that on your own just a few times. And then we're going to bring our hands in front of us, just forming a little energy ball. And just breathe here. And as you're breathing, maybe notice that that ball, that balloon of energy can expand slightly. And then relax, just discovering. Notice what you feel. Anything you feel, we're going to call chi or energy. So don't worry what it is. Don't worry if you feel nothing. But just with the palms and the fingers toward each other in a wide circle, feeling the movement of your breath in your body. Now we're going to do the next movement, which is called gathering chi. So we're going to gather more chi from the earth to begin with. So we're going to turn the palms down. We're going to brush like we're caressing the earth. We're going to dip down and embrace and gather energy from the earth and bring it into the body. Totally absorb it into the heart center. And then palms up like you're caressing the sky, gathering energy from the heavens. Touch the sky and allow that energy to come right down through the body into the heart center. And we'll do that one more time. So we're going to open and dip down. I think I'm losing my mic. Come up. And then from the heavens, we'll do it 3 times because then and through the body. Through the center of the body if you can. And it doesn't matter how far down you go. Use your intention in your mind to help direct the energy. And come up. And bring it down. Good. Okay, really good. Okay, so now we want to purify our energy. We're going to bring the hands up toward that heart center again. This is also called clearing the heart mind. And we're going to let go. I'm not going to call it bad energy, but we all have things that no longer serve us, and it's whatever it is for you. Just, we're going to think about that. We're going to inhale gently, turn the palms facing out, feel your feet connected to the earth, and you're going to exhale and push out with force, creating space between a rock and a hard place and letting go of anything that no longer serves you, whatever it is that you want to release. And then relax and inhale and bring in fresh healing resources into the body, right into the heart center. And then we'll turn the palms up. Continue to feel rooted into the earth, and as you exhale with force, lift the weight of the world up off your shoulders, letting go of any burdens, or anything that you need to let go of, even if it's just for the moment, because you can do this as many times as you like. And then gently inhale and bring in fresh inspiration and creative energy from that realm of infinite possibility. And then turn the palms forward and sit back on the heels and press forward, creating space in your energy field for growth. Letting go of whatever needs to go. And then bring in healthy boundaries and fresh healing energy. And one last direction, we're going to push down into the earth, releasing anything left over that no longer serves, and bring fresh healing energy up into the center of the body. And why don't we just do it? I'm not going to talk this time. We'll just do it one more time. So pushing out, letting go. And then bringing in. And then up. And bringing in fresh energy. And clearing that space. And coming in. And then releasing down into the earth. And drawing fresh resources up from the earth. So we want to take that energy. I'm going to try not to knock my mic off. We want to send it through those pathways, those meridians in the body. So I'm going to wash up over the face, over the head, down the back of the neck. Then come around the shoulders and under the armpits, lots of lymph nodes here. And then we're going to go down the sides and the back of the legs. So if you can't reach, just go as far as you can. You can bend your knees and around the feet, and then draw the energy up the front and the side and the inside of the legs up to the belly. And then we're going to just send that healing energy around to all the organs. Well, that purified energy, we purified it by sending out the old chi that we no longer need and bringing in fresh chi. Good. And then come back to your center. And let's do that one more time. Wash up over the face, down the back, over the shoulders, underneath the arms, and down the back of the legs, and up, and around. And then back to the belly. Great. Okay, and then we're going to store some of this energy deep in the center of the spine. This is like having an IRA account for your energy. So when we really need it, like there's a pandemic, or we've gotten some bad news and we need a reservoir of energy, we're going to put this deep, deep, deep in the center of the spine. It's called washing the marrow. This is where our adult stem cells are stored. So we'll do this a few times and just visualize this energy going deep, deep, deep down through the center, the crown, through the spine. And then this last time, you can do the same way, or you can visualize sending that energy anywhere where your body needs it, wherever that might be. Good. And then bring the arms together. And we're going to just transform that chi. We're going to open and close as with our breath, moving with the breath. Good. And then bring it down. Felt like that was that. I can take the glasses off. Oh, glasses off. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. We were transforming our chi. So notice how the breath, it's like a big balloon. See if you can let all the cells that make up all the organs of your body expand, and that's helping. That's what's opening up this balloon, not the muscle. Just relax. Good. And then let's drop that ball down, and we're going to let it rise up the chest and circle it forward, and allow the spine to round and the spine lengthen, and then round. Good. And then just come back to the starting position. Notice what you feel. You can allow the hands to drop. You can open the arms. You can step the feet a little closer together if that's more comfortable. And bring the energy down through the center of the body. Good. One more time. So we're bringing the earth energy and the heavens energy down through the body. And then this last time, we're going to let the arms rise up, but we're going to make a big embrace, gathering energy from all of life between heaven and earth, and bring it into the body. And come down. And this time, we'll bring the palms together. This is actually the Buddhist close. And then slowly, we'll come down the center line of the body. We can rest on the crown for a moment. If you know the chakras, you can just think about the chakras, the third eye. And just acknowledging all the eyes and the nose and the mouth and all the amazing organs of our body that know what to do without us telling them. Get to the heart and just feel the movement of your breath at your heart. Slowly bring the hands down. Fingertips can point down, thumbs together. You can put them in your navel and cross the hands over each other. You have this little mudra around your lower abdomen. This is your center of gravity. And just take a few breaths here. And then release and shake it out. And rub your hands together. We have amazing healing capacity in our hands, so let's use that. Just before I keep adding on, I didn't know I was going to do this much. Let's put our hands on our shoulders and just feel the weight of your hands on your shoulders, pressing in slightly, just Releasing any tension in your shoulders. Let's do that again. Gently press and then let it go. And one more. With an exhale. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that practice. And you have any questions? Does anyone have a question? Or are we all ready to move on? I don't know what time it is. I wasn't looking at my clock. I hope I didn't go over. I think I did. My apologies.
Thank you so much. I especially enjoyed releasing tension from my shoulders. Yes. Thank you so much. It was a very informative and moving experience. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we are an ocean of love. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we have an inspiring vision, an exciting mission, and compelling values by which we strive to live. Please join me in saying them aloud together. Our vision is, centered in God, we co-create a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. Our mission is, together we are a creative, joy-filled spiritual community dedicated to healing, inspiring, and transforming the lives of all people through prayer, education, and love. And our values are, we are spirit-led, generous with resources, inclusive, joyously creative, guided by integrity. And in this space, feeling so inspired by our vision, mission, and values, and feeling so enriched by what we've experienced here today, let us take time now to be a channel for enrichment through our generous tithes and love offerings. As Michael shares yet another beautiful song, please take time to write out a check to USC, or if you are on Zoom, to make a donation online, or if you want, dig into your wallet. If you are here in the sanctuary, our usher will come forward, as she's already done, to take your offering. If you're on Zoom, I invite you to make a donation online. Practicing the principle of tithing ourselves as a spiritual community, we are pleased to tithe 10% of the offering collected every Sunday to various Unity organizations and local nonprofits serving our city. Let us take a moment now to bless our tithes and love offerings as we cup them in our hands or next to our hearts. Let us say our offering blessing, which is on your screen. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Shut down the noise, turn off the lights, draw yourself in. Let everything drop away, go deeper still. Just feel the floor, soak in the sky, open the space. Let everything drop away, go deeper still. Silence is the loudest sound you hear, almost deafening, filling up your ear. Falling back into yourself, there's nothing left to fear. So go deeper still. Slow yourself down, there is no race. Take a long breath. Let everything drop away, goes deeper still. Just feel the floor, soak in the sky, Open the space. Let everything drop away, go deeper still. Silence is the loudest sound you hear, almost deafening, filling up your ear. Falling back into yourself, there's nothing left to fear. Go deeper still. Go deeper still. Go deeper still.
Please join me in blessing our tithes and love offering. Spirit of the living God, acts of our hands, our minds, our hearts, may everything offered here at Unity Spiritual Center be a reflection of all that is good within us. Grant us the courage to patiently listen for the stirring of your presence. Enliven our spirits with humor. Fill us with reverence for one another and gratitude for our diversity. May unity, beauty, and truth be the fruit of all we do, and so it is. Amen. It's time for gratitude and announcements, and for gratitude, of course, we thank Michael for his offerings today, and for Ron for his percussion expertise, Ben for doing what Ben does so well, and for Susan for filling in at the last moment as our usher, and of course for Rebecca, whom we greatly appreciate having you here today. And just as a thanks, too, for everybody who filled in during my time away and took up whatever needed to be done. I am so grateful. Our announcements are, if you haven't filled out your membership form, do it today. It really needs, we had the deadline of the 15th, but I'm a little soft on boundaries sometimes. So feel free to fill out the membership form that's on the back table, but do it today. My boundaries aren't that weak. What's next? Oh, the drumming circle will be March 5th, coming up, 1:30 to 3:30 here in the sanctuary. Great reports of a good time. Yeah, I see nodding heads. Our book study begins this Thursday, February 23rd. We're going to be discussing The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. You can get the book through your local bookstore or through Amazon or online, and it's on it'll be on Zoom. Yeah.
Supposed to read anything first?
It would be good if you could read the first chapter, yeah, and the introduction. Yeah. Our annual meeting is March 5th. Be here or be square, as they used to say, which shows my age. It'll follow the morning service, and it's an important time to be part of our present and our future. And if you've filled out the membership form, you'll be able to vote. If you haven't, we'll keep an eye on you. The Interfaith Winter Shelter Meal is coming up on March 18th. It's a Saturday. We will be preparing and serving a meal at the San Francisco Interfaith Council's Winter Shelter, which will be at the Ken Kipp Senior Center. We will prepare the meal together with my other church and use their kitchen. So I'll get you directions and all of that beforehand. And then we will transport the food down to the center and serve it to the guests. And if you'd like to volunteer, please say so, or there's a sign-up sheet in the back. We'll be having a World Cafe coming up soon where we'll discuss important and interesting and intriguing items. That's coming up in the future. Volunteer opportunities all the time. Platform assistant, usher, greeter, hospitality, which is the next slide. So we're always glad to get help. And I think, and the daily word readings and guided meditation continue on Mondays and Thursdays at noon. So let us turn to the blessing of our children and teens. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the presence of God in you, empowering you to do great things.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
We go forth into this day and into this week knowing that we have energy that we can use. And we are grateful for learning about it today. So as we go forth, we remember the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well.